morning everyone. Already we have started how fabrics are made. Okay, on that first activity regarding these fabrics, list the fabric items in your house and state what type of fabric they are made of. Classify them into cotton, silk, wool, polyester, terling, etc. Try to enrich the list as much as you can. For identifying the fabrics, you can take the help of your elders and teachers. Okay, so firstly, type of fabric cotton. Okay, so fabric items. So cotton is used in preparing kurtas and in the banians, etc. Okay, and also in saris. Okay, next silk. So by the help of silk, the fabric items are kurtas, saris, and also some materials which are used in our household activities. Okay, next wool. With the help of wool, we will prepare sweaters. Okay, and also nowadays they are preparing kurtas too with the help of woolen. Okay, and also caps, etc. Next, polyester. There will be polyester saris and kurtas. Okay, linen. So by the linen, nowadays people are preparing trousers, saris, and handkerchiefs, napkins, and kurtas too. Okay. Which kind of fabric is mostly used in your house? How can you identify the type of fabric? So mainly in my home, we will use more cotton fabrics. Okay. So we will use cotton saris, cotton kurtas, and cotton shirts, and also cotton hankies, and also we will use wool napkins, etc. Okay, so how can we identify the particular fabric was by seeing it, and daily we are using the cotton fabric, so it is more easy to find out whether it is cotton fabric or not. Okay, when we dip it in the water, after some time what will happen when we dry it in the sunlight, so for a period of time what will happen, so the cloth which we have put it in the water, what will happen, it starts sinking. Okay, through that we can easily conclude that this cloth is cotton. Okay, while the woolen cloths are dipped in the water, what we will feel? We will feel heaviness. Okay, so by that we can recognize that this is made up of wool. Okay, the silk material. So when we put it on the water, so what will happen? All the excess water present on the fabric will comes out easily. Okay, such fabrics are simply called as silk ones. Okay, next. And cotton fabrics are somewhat thicker than the polyester fabrics. Coarse cotton cloths are heavier after washing. Cotton cloths wrinkle. Silk fabric is smooth to touch, whereas woolen cloths are somewhat heavier than the silk fabrics. As I told that cotton fabrics are a little bit thicker than the polyester fabrics, and also coarse cotton clothes are heavier, and woolen clothes are heavier when they are compared to the silk ones. Okay, silk fabric is smooth and smooth to touch, whereas woolen clothes are somewhat heavier. Okay, try to find out the properties of each type of fabrics: cotton, wool, polyester, etc. Okay, next, fabric. When you look at any fabric, it appears to be a single continuous piece. Now look at it closely. What do you notice? Okay, when we see about the fabrics, so what will happen? The fabrics will be a single and continuous piece. Okay, so in the next activity, let me know about the fabrics. Okay, take a piece of fabric with the help of a magnifying lens. Observe how the fabric is Pull out threads one by one from the fabric. Observe these threads. What do you observe? Take one thread, scratch its end, observe it through a magnifying lens. Are you able to find the fine structures of the thread? Take a needle and try to insert this thread into the eye of the needle. Can you? Isn't it difficult? Have you ever seen what people do to overcome this problem? Okay, what happened here? He took a fabric and he is trying to remove all the threads present in that fabric. At a period of time, he is starting observing the threads by the help of magnifying lens. After that, he took a needle and he is trying to fill the eye of the needle with the thread. Is it difficult to put the thread? Obviously it is difficult. So nowadays there are a little bit improvement. So instruments are improved in the keeping thread in the needle. Okay. So when we went to the tailor, we can be able to see the instruments. So which will help him to put the thread into the needle easily. Okay. Generally, when we are not able to put thread into the eye of the needle, either we twist the end of the thread or we wet the end using saliva. Okay, what we will do, simply we will twist the thread to put in the eye of the needle, or we will wet the thread to put into the eye of the needle. Okay, these are thread-like structures in the fabric. There are thread-like structures in the fabric. Okay. These threads are also called as yarn. So those threads are also called as yarn. So fabric is made up of yarn. So fabric is made up of yarn. Okay. The end of the yarn is separated into thin strands. The end of the yarn is separated into a fine thin strands. Okay. This thin strand of thread is made up of a thinner strands. Okay. While making the yarn, the ends of the yarn is prepared with the thinner strands. Okay. These thinner strands are called fibers. Each fabric is made up of yarn. If it is cotton fabric, it is made up of cotton yarn, which is derived from the cotton fiber. Okay. So first they will extract fiber from the cotton plants or either the silkworms. Okay. Next they will prepare it into a yarns, and finally they will make fabrics. Okay. So if this is cotton fiber, so what they will do, they will make it as a yarn. In the ends of the yarn, they will make the threads with thin strands. Okay. When compared to the starting end, the ending will have very thin strands. Okay. Next, about types of fibers. We know that there are different kinds of fibers like cotton, wool, silk, polyester, etc. The fibers of some fabrics such as cotton, jute are obtained from plants. Okay. The fibers of some fabrics such as cotton, jute are obtained from the plants, and silk and wool are obtained from the animals. Silk will comes from the silk moths, and animals will extract wool. Okay, by the help of their fur. Okay. The fibers that are derived from plants and animals are natural fibers. The fibers which will extract from the plants and the animals are considered as natural fibers. Nowadays, cloths are made up of chemically developed yarn like polyester, terling, nylon, acrylic, etc. So, by the help of chemicals, nowadays they are preparing polyester, terling, nylon, acrylic, etc. Okay, these are called as artificial fibers. Do you know human beings in ancient times used leaves and skins of animals as clothes? Cloths were also made from metal. So when we see the Human beings in ancient times, they used to cover their body with the help of leaves and the skins of the animals as cloths. Okay, cloths were also made from metal. So cloths will also made from the metal. Warriors used to wear metal jackets during wars. So when we see the warriors during the war, they used to wear the metal cloths or metal jackets. You can see clothes like these in historical museums or in television shows. So we can be able to see these kind of clothes in the historical museums or also in television shows.